standing behind Jesus. She's weeping. She's wiping his feet with her tears, with her hair. What was it about Jesus that made her feel like she could completely unravel in front of him? What was it about Jesus that made her feel like I can be safe with him? You know, one of my mentors is Lynn Ottenweiler. I'm so grateful for her. And she said this the other day and it stood out to me. She said, when we don't have a safe person to unravel with, we just get wound tighter and tighter, and we get harder, and we trust less as time goes on. You know, and I think that's so true. And a friend was telling me the other day that, you know, she can be afraid sometimes to talk to people that are in an older generation because she just kind of expects that they're not going to listen. You know, I think sometimes as younger people, we can fear that older people are going to respond to us just with quick correction or quick judgment. You know, kind of immediate kind of an answer rather than listening. Or sometimes I think we can fear like we're just going to get dismissed, like, you know, kind of scoffing at our concerns, like it's going to be okay, it's going to be all right, you know. And I think it's tempting to dismiss our problems because we haven't experienced as much life as you, obviously. We don't have the years that you do. But even if our problems seem trivial, you know, when we feel dismissed, it's hurtful. And I think I love how in Jesus' ministry, there were people from the messiest backgrounds that felt so safe with him. And I think it speaks to his gentleness. You know, I think about the woman in Luke 7, right? It says that she was known as a sinful woman. That's what she was known as. And she went to a Pharisee's house just because she had heard that Jesus was there. And if you think about that moment, she's standing behind Jesus. She's weeping. She's wiping his feet with her tears, with her hair. What was it about Jesus that made her feel like she could completely unravel in front of him? What was it about Jesus that made her feel like I can be safe with him, enough to go to a Pharisee's house and do this? You know, and I think it could have been easy for Jesus to dismiss her or respond a different way, but you know, Matthew 11, Jesus says about himself, I am gentle and I am humble in heart. And I think this is one of the things we really need from the older generation. We need gentleness. You know, we need a safe place to talk to. We need you to patiently listen and meet us where we're at. You know, and I think when conversations like that happen, it brings a lot of hope.
I feel like when we have that safe place, then we're gonna go change the world. You know, we're gonna make a big difference. And once you have that safe place, to me, the next thing we need is something we call high expectations and high belief. There's a quote from this book. It's called The Pandemic Population. It was written early on in the pandemic, talking about what it's like growing up, you know, in this particular environment. And it had a really interesting study where it says a group of psychologists from Stanford, Yale, Columbia, and other institutions set out to explore how teachers could offer feedback that would elicit the best effort from students in their classrooms. To their surprise, teachers found that there was one type of feedback that improved student effort to such a degree that they called it magical. Effort rose a minimum of 40% among white students and 320% among black students. The feedback was simply, I am giving these comments because I have high expectations of you and I know you can reach them. Notice how expectations are combined with belief. Added to the high expectations is the phrase, I know you can reach them. It's a statement of belonging and belief as well as expectation. You're good enough to be here. When we feel valued, believed in, and called to a high expectation, I believe the younger generation is going to meet it. So they usually meet whatever expectations are put on them with the belief. If the expectations are low, they're gonna meet that. If we raise the bar and pump belief into them, they're gonna hit that expectation as well. And again, we're so lucky to be in a church that really does care and believe the next generation.